Hi, I'm Langdon Morris. Welcome to the AI Impact and Strategy YouTube channel. Well, it's clear that AI is going to heavily impact all of the professions, all the technical professions, of course. But what about professions like art and architecture, the design professions? Well, we know that programs like Midjourney are already having significant impact. So I decided to ask my friend, Dhwani Ashar, to explain to us how she is using AI in her work as an architect and as an artist. I first met Dhwani when she began working on the illustrations for a book done by a friend of mine, Farah Naz. The book is called Mission Zero, and Dhwani did an amazing job with the illustrations. Farah then suggested that she might be interested in doing the cover for my latest book called Hello Future. And Dhwani indeed produced a wonderful cover for the book, for which I am very grateful. This is Dhwani's business card, and you'll notice what it says near the bottom. Her personal tagline, "Till death, we do art." As you are about to discover, Dhwani is exceptionally talented, highly skilled, and she has a very clear perspective on a lot of things, including art and architecture, design and engineering, and also on the subject of this YouTube channel, artificial intelligence. So thank you so much, Dhwani, for spending some time with us. I'm really excited to hear and learn from you and see some of your work in action.
Thank you. Hi, guys.
Can you just give me a little background about yourself and your work?
Yep, so I'm Dhwani Ashar and I work as a fire engineer at Buro Happold. I graduated from Heriot-Watt University in 2021 as an architectural engineer with bachelor's in engineering honors. And ever since then, I've been doing lots of stuff here and there. I've worked in lighting design, I've done 3D modeling, I've done BIM, I've done Revit modeling, finally settling down to fire and acoustics. So I first started using AI when I started creating the book Mission Zero with Farah. So this was a little project I did with Farah when I was back at ACOM with her. And so this was something about explaining complex ideas like climate change to young kids of age, say 8 to 12. We brought Omar and Sara to life. And we start on their adventures on how they're planning to save the world. So this is Omar right here. He goes about explaining what is climate change, what's greenhouse effect, global warming, etc. So it's more about making it colorful and illustrative for young kids out there. We didn't really want to make it very text heavy. The graphics that you see are all created on Midjourney, edited on Photoshop, stitched on InDesign.
That's beautiful. How long did that take?
The entire process, including publishing and all, took, say, about 8 to 9 months. 3 to 4 months for the creative bit.
Tell us about working with Midjourney. How difficult was it to learn how to use Midjourney?
So definitely there was a steep learning curve because when I started Midjourney, it was very, very new. So right now, the version that I'm working on right now, past few weeks, it's been quite stable and much more easier compared to what we had back in 2023. I know 2023 was recent, but they had so many updates. They were updating Midjourney every 2 weeks, and they kept changing the entire software. And having AI to create something is like asking a tiny toddler to do whatever you want, because when you think of AI, you want to create a character, say Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man is a known character. You just type in Spider-Man and you get some images and they all look the same. But with Midjourney, I won't say right now, but that time it was very difficult to generate a consistent character. So this was the biggest challenge we came across, to generate consistent characters.
So could we persuade you to create something for us right now?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. So I'm gonna share my Midjourney screen right now. We could start creating with a prompt, whatever you suggest.
Okay, so we want to have a visual identity for a venture design studio where technologists and company people will be able to come and develop their business ideas.
So first and foremost, the thing about Midjourney is you have to be very, very specific as possible with the design styles. Whether you wanted more like a realistic interior architectural render or just a concept could be, we could just play around with it. So we'll just adjust some of the settings first. Could either be a portrait, square, or landscape. I think let's go with square for now. We'll stick with the latest version. As far as the aesthetics is concerned, I mean, we'll just play around it with later. This should be fine. And I'm also gonna throw in some words like Ultra HD because sometimes Midjourney can create really pixelated images.
So these are all things that you've learned by practice, I guess, right?
Yes, yes. Because if you just put in your prompts, you're gonna, like, if I just put in parrot, I'm just gonna get a parrot like this. But if
Uh-huh.
I say I want a parrot wearing a red t shirt, so I just get that. So you have to be as specific as possible.
Yeah.
So I think let's start with this prompt and see where it takes us.
Uh-huh.
This is option one. Option two. Option three. We could make it less sci-fi and less funky if we try changing the prompts a bit, but we could always play around with these options.
Yeah, can you go use that? But then let's add some more people if we can.
Okay. Yeah, we can, of course. So I've got a couple of more variations for the same, and then we choose the best one. Maybe just get rid of hyper.
Is this fun for you? Do you like doing these?
Yeah, lots.
But you don't get to do it at work. You said so this is all in your free time.
All on my free time, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting that it re-renders the whole thing instead of just taking the image and adding. It actually
No,
sort of rethinks
that's
it.
the challenge. So
Yeah.
if you want to use this particular image and add people, it's gonna be next to impossible using this software itself. So it's a
Uh-huh.
blend. I
Uh-huh.
use this picture and I use this picture and then I use Photoshop to cut out images of the people and then stitch it back to the original image.
Wow.
So that's the catch about AI. It's still not that smart enough.
So that might take forever if you have to do that level of detail.
Yeah, forever.
So the Mission Zero book is how many pages?
It's around say 40 pages.
So how long would you say for each page to do to get Midjourney and then go into Photoshop and all the other steps you had to do?
Each page could say around 3 to 4 hours.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, a lot of work. It's not about money, it's about the new processes that I learned. Because again, this is very new. So, yeah, learning is priceless. I could show you the nightclub that I have created on Midjourney. So again, I had created all of the plans on AutoCAD like a typical architect. The isometric plan that you see right here, this has been created on Revit. So I've added a touch of creativity using Midjourney and Photoshop. So all of these renders that you see here have been created on Midjourney. I've started creating fire comics. Yeah, so I would like to share one of those as well, if that's okay.
Oh yeah, please, please.
So I've created one of my own image. That's supposed to be me. So, a lot of people keep asking me what a fire engineer does and what is the difference between a fire engineer and a fire protection engineer. What's the difference between a fire engineer and an architect. Even students, they keep asking me like what exactly is the scope of fire engineering, because you might have heard of mechanical engineering, you might have heard of civil engineering, but when things like fire and acoustics come up, it's kind of rare. So I started creating a channel just to educate people some basics of fire safety and how we use computational fluid dynamics to study the insides of a building and predict the nature of smoke before an actual fire comes by. You must be aware of the building codes, fire building codes that we keep using every now and then. So The Saudi and the UAE fire building codes are like 1,000 pages long. So previously, we all had the hassle of going page by page to look for the right code. But I can easily be like, okay, where can I find the codes related to egress capacities? So ChatGPT just tells me it's on section 93 point so so so. Just scroll to 93 point so 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 so, and I find my code. So yeah, it's definitely been of great help. I mean, AI cannot generate reports or do the fire engineering itself for us, but it sure does makes life a lot more easier.
And are your colleagues at work also using it?
Yeah, we've been encouraged to use a lot of it as long as it saves time and it's within the ethical usage of AI. So the motto is we plan, model, and drill so you can chill. Sounds cheesy, but yeah, I was trying to go for something. So I've created this building on Revit and simulated the same using IES modeling to predict the total energy and carbon in the next 50 years. I don't think AI has the capacity to do it just yet with all of these details, the electrical layout, VAV system and all. And there's this favorite quote, I keep using it again and again. So, artificial intelligence cannot replace architects, but architects who use artificial intelligence can replace the other architects that don't. And again, when I say AI cannot replace architects, this is what I mean. Like AI cannot possibly create the level of detail that we've got going on right here. It's a shipping container, and this was in the Expo 2020 site. So this was the render, and this is the reality. It was a cafeteria. And I mean, it's a small project, but I think I was 18 that time.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So quite happy with it. It was one of my first projects. Shipping container. I used to work a lot on shipping containers because one of the first companies I joined was into prefab architecture. There's a lot of shipping containers, porta cabins, modular architecture, etc. So this is something that I tried creating from the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, that's magnificent. That's just fantastic.
Yeah, I'm a major Harry Potter fan.
So were you the honors student of your class at Harriet Watt? Because your work is amazing.
Yeah, I passed out with first class distinction honors.
So tell me what you think this is headed. So as a creative professional, you're using AI now, but you also see that it's not complete by itself. Where do you as a creative person see AI going?
I think AI is like a double-edged sword, to be honest, and it depends more on who's wielding the sword. So, I mean, we could use it as a comprehensive blend of human intelligence and artificial intelligence if done so in a very wise way. Or like, I've been seeing news like doctors start using AI to detect future cancers. That AI is now reading mammograms to detect changes in the tissue that could cause cancer in the next 10 years. If we use it for the good, it's on us, to be honest. It's the way we use it. If we use it for the good, we are facing a very bright future. So again, it depends on the person who has the tool and how the person uses it.
Yeah.
But again, I have my own concerns for AI as well. So I've seen kids misuse AI a lot for their homeworks. Like, I sometimes get jealous because they have the the platforms I didn't have, just to, put in their questions and copy down the answers.
Right.
I mean, yeah, they do have the lazy way out, but at the same time, I'm very concerned. Like, what does the future hold for them? Does that mean they stop using their basic mathematics just because they have AI now? But again, calculators have never truly replaced mathematicians.
Right.
So AI again cannot replace our human intelligence. Yeah, it's more on the person, but definitely we are headed towards a bright future if we wish to. So So I'm just gonna show some quick AI images that I've created. This is Midjourney again.
Okay, wow. So you can tell Midjourney to use this particular type of style?
Exactly, yes. So again, I use a different kind of prompt over here. So
Uh-huh.
this is, so if you remember in the render that we produced together, I
Yeah.
mentioned the term hyper realistic.
Right, right, right.
So that creates a very hyper realistic type of render. In the render that we have in front of us right now, it's known as a sketch render. I add in words like sketch render, sketchy effects, pencil drawn, hand sketch, etc. I just thought I'd start writing some poetries and create a blend of literature and architecture together. This is a rough sketch render of a library. So, good books and good people aren't understood, they need to be read thoroughly.
So you told it to make the buses yellow and everything else black and white?
Oh no, this is what I've created on Photoshop.
Oh, okay. So you went back and added the color on Photoshop?
Yeah. So, this is a sketch of an urban landscape. And I've got a quick write up just to attract all the poetry fans out there. So I'm trying to cater to both the architecture and also the poetic world.
And do you give it a base drawing to work from?
Yep, a base drawing, just a rough base drawing.
So how do you input the base drawing?
Hand sketches
Oh, so you draw it on a tablet?
on a tablet and my iPad.
What program are you using to draw on the tablet?
Procreate. So I was trying to create the illusions of childhood and also the type of house I would have if it were up to me. It just comes in my brain, I just tried creating it.
How long would it take you to do a rendering like this?
This one around say 2 to I think 1 hour.
Yeah, if you were doing that by hand, it would take a lot longer than that.
A lot longer. Yeah, definitely a lot longer.
Yeah, so that's the upside of using the technology is the speed.
Yes.
I would be interested to try our same prompt using a sketch render as opposed to hyper-realistic, just to see
Yeah,
how.
we could do it right now. Yeah, why not?
So where you have chaos 10, stylized 300, and weird 900, so those are a scale number for you to tell Midjourney that you want it. A higher number means more weird, and a lower number means less weird.
Yes. Let's try this. So we've got some cool sketch renders. So we've got a few variations of the third drawing. We could select any best of it. Let me try creating variations for these. So these could be subtle or could be strong. Let me try both. Yep, looks more techie. Yeah, definitely fast. If you want to just create a quick concept. Because previously, in interior design especially, a lot of my time used to just go in creating mood boards for a client. With AI, it's become much more easier. I like normally for that nightclub, just to select and put a pin on a design, it would take me a week. But luckily, because of AI, it just took me 2 hours.
Wow.
I could create like 5 different designs in 5 minutes. Okay, do you want a blue theme, or you want a red theme, or you want a colorful theme? And the client goes like, okay, I want the blue one, finish.
Wow.
So yeah, that definitely reduced a lot of my turnaround time, because most of the work goes in pre-concept in any design. So I would definitely say AI has come to my rescue in terms of pre-concept.
So, Dhwani, thank you so much for spending some time with me. It's been really fascinating to see your work and to hear how you think about it. Do you have any final thoughts that you want to share?
I was in London last week. I couldn't help but notice all of those craftsmanship the old Gothic buildings have. Just so fine and just so detailed. I mean, even though we have all of these softwares, we've lost those skills. So yeah, that's kind of what concerns me. Yep. So again, I would like to use the same quote. AI cannot replace human intelligence, but humans who know how to use artificial intelligence will replace the other humans. And it is on us as human beings on how we are using this tool. if we use it for the right, we've got a very bright future ahead of us.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's much about it.
Yeah. No, I completely agree, but it's great to hear that in your voice. I really appreciate it.
It was nice talking to you, Langdon.